what I do is that, okay, I teach you ADF, but I don't follow a particular curriculum. Okay, so I do have a curriculum. That doesn't mean that I don't have it all, but I have it. But I tailor it. I tailor it based on your needs. Okay, so whatever you learn fast or whatever you know, based on that, I change the curriculum. I change the order or change the topics or whatever I feel so. Right. So I don't teach hard and fast ADF. That means when I say, or maybe the Nagarjuna might have said you that, okay, so there are 40 classes or 40 sessions needed to teach ADF, but I was never able to complete in 40 sessions. Okay, to be honest with you. Okay, so I have taken 5 batches of classroom training. Okay, so each batch had a minimum of 3 students and a maximum of 11 members, or 12 members, right there the maximum in one batch. Okay, so I have handled 5 batches of classroom training and then online training. I don't know. This is the 10th batch, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so I handled both online as well as classroom training in Hyderabad, and I never stick to the plans, based on the classroom or based on the online students. I change it, and when I said it's 40 hours, I was never able to complete it in 40 hours. Okay, it's always more than that. Okay, so if you learn fast and you say that, okay, I don't need this topic because I know it already, then you could have completed, but never happened like that. So usually it takes around 2 months, to complete 40 hours or 40 sessions. And because your availability and my availability matters and all that kind of stuff comes into the picture when we start, right? So usually on and on, it takes around 2 months to complete the course, and then 40 hours is not sufficient. It takes around 45 to anywhere between 45 to 50. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And as I told you that I tailor made. I don't go to the topics in rush. I slow down when required and when you ask me to do so sometimes. Okay, and I speed up when when you are comfortable with that. Okay, whatever with the concept what we are discussing, if you are comfortable. And the more important thing is that in this training to learn this, the Java is a prerequisite actually. Okay, so to learn ADF, Java is a prerequisite. There is no other prerequisite, but core Java, the basic Java, basic stuff or basic knowledge of Java is very much required. Okay, because ADF is a framework built entirely on top of Java. Okay, so in my course, while I do the course, you may get away with it, but when you do the real development work, okay, without Java, you cannot survive, for sure. Okay, so my course, I typically for the first 10 days there will be no hands-on. First week, first 1 week, there will be no exercise, there will be no hands-on, there will be no homework for you. But after that, after every session, I'll be giving you some hands-on or exercises or homework at the end of the class. And it's your responsibility to do it. Okay, the more you do it, the more errors you get, the more you learn. As simple as that. Okay, so just simply attending the classes is not going to be helping you anywhere in the development work. Okay, because in the class I'll be telling you the most simplest things to make you understand. Okay, but when you go to the real world, okay, so we are nowhere close to that actually. Okay, the requirements are nowhere close to the examples, right? So you have to build on top of it. Okay, so the more you do the practice, the more you will be able to ask questions. Okay, so the why I am reporting, I know why I am putting the stress on homework or you doing the exercises, because when you do it, then only you will have the questions to ask.
Yeah, I
right?
agree.
So if you don't do it, if you don't practice, I'll simply go to the next topic and you will not ask the questions. So at any cost or at any point of time, I'm not the loser. Okay, let me be as frank as possible. But yeah, the more you practice, the more you put your effort, the more you learn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after completing the class and going to the real world, and there is no point in blaming me that Rakesh didn't tell me this, Rakesh didn't tell me that. You didn't ask me. That I'll simply put it as you didn't ask me. Okay. Okay. So I'll make sure that whatever I'm telling you, you understand it. Okay. And everything, every concept is definitely touched upon. Okay. So definitely touched upon as in I try to tell you as many scenarios as possible and also the solutions. Sometimes what happens is that I may not be able to show you the hands-on demo. Okay, because of the complexity of the problem or the effort to be put to describe the problem. Okay, it's more than the effort to tell you the solution. Okay, so sometimes I may go theoretical itself, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so those are the
Yeah.
things can happen.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's your responsibility to ensure that you do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about my style of teaching, my style of delivering the course. So do you have any questions on
Mhm.
this or
Um,
anything you
currently,
want to change?
currently,
You can change. Yeah.
okay, okay. See, what my expectation from this course will be more of a real-time scenarios and examples and issues what you would be facing in what you might have encountered in your
Yeah.
career or in your very early part of your career.
Yeah. Very good point. So there is
Uh,
no point.
yeah.
There's no point in discussing the problems I faced. Okay.
Mhm.
Why? Because
Okay. No,
my
I mean,
requirements are totally
I'll
different.
be very new to, yeah, because I'll be very new to this ADF, right? So that's the reason
Yes.
I
So definitely I'll be telling
just
you the simple
mentioning it.
scenarios.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Definitely I'll be telling you the most common scenarios. Okay. Not
Okay.
simple, but most common sense, no? Most commonly used requirements. But if you're asking about a complicated, this because you think of your terms, no? Teaching a first class student a problem of 10th standard is not at all helpful,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so based on your level, definitely I'll try to teach or I'll tell you. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
also,
but definitely
the
to understand complicated
prerequisite
things,
for
we should
this,
uh,
yeah,
to
and
understand
also
complicated
the
things.
Mhm.
Let me complete. Let me complete. To understand complicated things, you should be to that level. To understand the problem first, then you can
Mhm.
appreciate the solution, right?
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
so that's how it goes. Definitely as we go
Mhm.
along, if you are matured
Mhm.
enough or if going the discussions at that level, definitely I'll tell you, right?
Mhm. Okay.
In some way.
Okay. Okay. Sure, Rakesh. Yeah. And
So you're asking something?
another thing I wanted to ask you is the prerequisite for this course and what you are looking for.
Yeah, can you
Is
complete?
it like candidates with a basic Java knowledge or um, core Java? I'm not very sure. I'm not very technical person. I had my Java course very long back. My as part of my
Okay.
initial.
Then my sincere
Uh,
request will be
uh-huh.
to brush up your Java before taking this course.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to understand a lot of Java here, and then we need to understand a
Mhm.
lot of web applications or J2EE technologies. Okay, J2EE technologies is fine. Even if you don't understand, it's fine. But Java is a must. Basic Java.
Mhm.
Basic Java is I'll tell you the simple terms. Okay,
Mhm.
but in first class itself, we will tell you what is an object. So what is it? Okay, what is a method, right?
Hello.
What is a member variable? What is a member? Okay, how to call a method? What is the inheritance?
Mhm.
The basic concept like inheritance, overriding, overloading. So there are some basic concepts of Java. So then it's enough. I
Yeah.
don't want
Mhm.
threading concept or multi-threading or all
Mhm.
the hi-fi concepts. I don't know. I don't want. Even myself, I don't know. Okay, so I just need you to understand.
Mhm.
If I tell you that okay, this method is overloaded, you should be able to understand what is overloading.
Okay.
Okay, and if I tell
Methods,
you that okay, you have to
classes,
write,
and
just simply call this method,
Mhm.
yes, method from this class,
Okay.
and you should be able to understand. That's it.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. I'll try to brush up my Java knowledge on that. Okay. Very soon I will be starting off with the Java. Mhm. Hello.
Yeah, so that's the prerequisite. Okay, so I'm not
Mhm.
sure the other student is able to listen to me here. This is applicable for you as well. Okay, okay. Uh, so that's the prerequisite, and then
Mhm.
yeah, before we start, one more question. Uh, Siddesh, you said that your
Yeah.
new application is going to be used Oracle JDeveloper, right? So do you know which version of JDeveloper they are using?
Yeah. Which version of ADF? Huh? No, not sure. Mhm.
Okay. So ADF means Okay, so when you talk about versions of ADF or whatever, okay. So let me start with this PPT, then I'll show you. The problem is that I formatted my machine day before yesterday. Sorry, yesterday on the Sunday. I don't have anything installed, but yeah, definitely I can get it installed, not a problem. I was waiting for you because based on your version, I can install the same version of ADF and JDeveloper. I thought that's a good opportunity for me to install. If you're not installed and if you're not sure, they can continue with that. Okay.
Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So now we'll start the real discussion. What is ADF and all? Okay. So ADF means, just a minute before we start. Let me have it.
Okay.
Start.
Okay.
Okay. So now what is ADF? Any idea? Okay. So ADF is written there. ADF means application development. Hello? Hello? Are you able to hear me? Hello, Satish? Sorry, your voice is breaking. I am not able to understand whether you are able to hear me or not. Sorry, still, yeah, hi, it's fine.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, Satish, it's fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, so ADF means Application Development Framework. Okay, so it's owned by Oracle, so it's called Oracle Application Development Framework. Okay, so there are so many development frameworks available in the market. So why Oracle has come up with a new framework on this one? Okay, so that's a very important question. Okay, so what are the available frameworks in market? We have, what all we have? We have Spring, Struts, Hibernate, JPEX,
Java, Hibernate, yeah.
Yeah, so there are different frameworks to build web applications. So why Oracle has to come up with a new framework called Oracle ADF to build a framework, to build an application, right? So the reason is, okay, so those frameworks, whatever I told you till now, are okay for development of web applications. Okay, so there's a difference between web application and enterprise application. Okay, so you have to understand the difference.
Yeah.
So a web application is nothing but one which can be hosted for simply some purpose. There's no solid purpose behind hosting a web application. It can be a blog, or it can be simply, about a business information site. Okay, so if you're having a business, you can host a web application, right? Or you can do some simple transactions. So those frameworks are useful to build those kind of an applications. Now, but when you want to build an enterprise application, what do you mean enterprise application? You're having an enterprise, you're running an enterprise, and you want to do an end-to-end business, right? It's not only that you have a single form to capture the information, you have a lot of information to be captured. Okay, so in those cases, so what we do typically is that you build the application with some complexity, with some security, tight security. Okay, so for example, what are the enterprise apps currently available? Okay, so currently available enterprise applications are Oracle E-Business Suite, SAP, right? JDeveloper World.
Yeah, Oracle apps. Yeah.
Yeah, Oracle apps, Oracle Fusion applications, and all of this, right? So if you see, none of the technology or the coding technology used for those applications is open source. Okay, so if you see, a PeopleSoft is built on top of a People Tools, which is proprietary. SAP is built on ABAP, which is proprietary, right? The code or the development is done by a tool or a programming language or a framework which is proprietary of its own, so that nobody else can build that, right? So the reason is that they should be secured, or they should be able to assist the developers to build an application of such a magnitude. right? So when you're talking about an enterprise application, so you're talking about what? Thousands of forms, thousands of pages, and everything, or every page should have some kind of a transactional capability, right? So it's not a so easy task to build thousands of pages, an application of consisting of thousands of pages with transactional capabilities, right? So for that, you need to have a framework. So Oracle wanted to migrate the Oracle Business Suite, which is on forms and reports, to a Web 2.0 technology, 2.0 enabled technology. So what is Web 2.0 enabled technology? Is nothing but the latest Java J2EE technologies, right? So the Java J2EE technologies enable you to access any enterprise app across a, okay, you can open any enterprise app with a browser. So that's the Web 2.0 technology, right? So to have that kind of a requirement, or to have that kind of a feature, they thought, okay, let me build a framework first on which can support this Web 2.0, and then build the applications. Okay, so that's it. We started new framework called Oracle ADF, and we started building Fusion apps on top of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the reason, or that is the basic reason behind which Oracle has developed with ADF. Okay. So they wanted to build Fusion applications. For that, then they built a framework. Okay. The key thing is that this framework is open source. That means a developer like you and me can download it and start using it. So that's the advantage. This is not closed as a people tools or as a app. So you cannot, any developer cannot download an app, start practicing, right? But luckily ADF is not like that. Okay. So this ADF is purely based on Java Enterprise Edition, and it follows all the SOA standards, and it keeps the developers away from all the complexities, technology complexities. Okay. So you can start concentrating on the business functionality and business requirements. You don't have to worry about how to connect with the database, or how to put the UI components again, how to get the desired layouts. Okay, so you can simply concentrate on the business requirements, the business functionality. Okay, so everything is provided in the tool itself. Okay, so that's called ADF and JDeveloper. Now, why these two terms are always point together? ADF and JDeveloper are always together. The reason is, I say that Oracle ADF, right? So, but to use ADF, you have to install ADF. Okay, so what you have to do is that you have to just install JDeveloper. That's it.
JDeveloper.
Yeah. So, so when you install JDeveloper, ADF is already installed or automatically installed. Right? So you don't install ADF separately. Okay. So JDeveloper gets you, or ADF comes along with the JDeveloper. Okay, so when I ask you the version of ADF, okay, that doesn't create, it's a very bad question. If you are a developer of ADF developer, then you ask me, do you really know ADF developer? Okay, so there is no versioning of ADF at all in this, actually. Okay, so the version of JDeveloper itself means the version of ADF.
Okay, so it's only the JDeveloper version what it matters.
Exactly. So there's no versioning in ADF. There's only versioning of JDeveloper.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, so this Oracle ADF and JDeveloper are again extensions of a framework called Oracle OAF, Oracle Application Framework. If you have heard of it.
Okay.
Have you heard of Oracle Application Framework?
No.
Okay. So in forms of in Oracle Business Suite R12, if you have heard of supplier portal or LS portals, right? So they are built on ADF. Oracle OAF.
Okay.
So they are the technologies below or behind this ADF.
Okay.
Okay. So OAF is a technology which can be used only in coexistence with Oracle E-Business Suite.
Okay.
So you can page or develop a page in OAF, it could not do if you don't have installed Oracle E-Business Suite. And again, Oracle E-Business Suite was licensed. Right? So it was not easy to download and install in your laptop. Okay. So for that reason, you will not find any developers for OAF. Okay.
Mhm.
So this ADF is nothing but an extension of OAF. Okay. So Oracle when they wanted to migrate e-business suite to ADF or Fusion, right? They said, okay, let's extend this OAF also to some other new technology, which can support Web 2.0 and build a classic UI, or web very rich UIs, which the customers will like it. Okay, so that's what their aim. Okay, and they started building this framework. So Oracle ADF or JDeveloper till JDeveloper 10.1.2, I guess it's called OAF, and after that any version of JDeveloper is ADF. Okay, so I started working from 10.1.3, so that's the starting version of ADF, version of JDeveloper for ADF.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
now the current version is close to 11, right?
No, 12 is already released. The latest version is called 12.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, 12.
So if you go to Oracle homepage and then see latest version is Oracle 12.
Okay.
Okay. So fine.
Mhm.
Let's go back to that later. So from 10.1.3 there was 1.4, 1.5, then 11 came up to 11.1.1 series, and then 11.1.2 series, 11.1.3 series, and 11.1.4 series, and then 12 came up, 12.1, 0.2, 1, 3, 4, and then 12C finally. Okay.
Okay.
So there are so many versions of JDeveloper. There are so many enhancements or developments done to the framework. Okay. It has enriched.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Fine. So the current version is 12C, but again, so JDeveloper is not the tool only for ADF. Okay, so Oracle has so many fusion technologies. Okay, so when you talk about Oracle Fusion Middleware, ADF is simply a part of it. Okay, so Oracle Fusion Middleware is a big chunk of technology on which then big enterprises run. Okay, so we have Oracle Server, Oracle BPM, Oracle Web Center, we have whatnot. So many things are there. People is there, Oracle People is there. So entire tech stack is called Fusion Middleware, and as part of the Fusion Middleware, Oracle ADF is a single part. And to develop any Oracle Fusion Middleware, we need the JDeveloper tool. The tool is JDeveloper. Okay, so the JDeveloper tool is not only for ADF, it is for the entire Fusion Middleware. Okay, so when you talk about Oracle Fusion Middleware, so there are so many components in Fusion Middleware. If you want to see, for example, let me open it. Yeah, so you have Oracle Server, Oracle OEM is there, OAD is there, People is there. So many things are there. The list is endless. Okay, and to develop components on any of these technologies, you need JDeveloper.
Okay.
Right. So the JDeveloper tool is so huge or so bulky, so that it does so many things for you.
Okay.
Okay. So if you click on this Oracle Fusion Middleware, there are so many components available. Okay. So that is the reason for each of development. If you say suppose you want to work on Pepper, okay, you cannot use 12C. Okay, JDeveloper 12C doesn't support Pepper yet. Okay, if you want to work on Web Center, again, you cannot use Oracle 12C, JDeveloper 12C, because JDeveloper 12C doesn't support BPM yet or Web Center yet.
Okay.
So based on the technology,
JDeveloper is not supporting some functionalities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
like Beppel and.
The latest version, which supports all the technologies, is 11.1.7.0.0.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the version of JDeveloper which will support entire Fusion Middleware.
Okay.
So this is a question to your leads or whoever is starting the project. They should have the information about this. But yeah, if you are
take
a decision,
it is within the 11 version. Rakesh, it is within the 11 version, but I don't know the exact version.
Yes. So 115 is stable version, then 117 is released. It's becoming stable. It's not yet stable, but yeah, that's the version which supports all the technologies across the Fusion Gateway tech stack. Okay. So if you have to build an application which spans across ADF, then you must be using any of these two versions of JDeveloper only. Okay, because you don't have
Okay.
choice. Okay. So usually in my course also I prefer 115. Okay, the version of JDeveloper which I use for all the training is 115 because that's the most stable version of JDeveloper. And okay, because again, I have worked with Oracle technologies from the last 7 years or 8 years. I have seen that every new version of JDeveloper or every new version of tech stack is not so stable enough, so that I don't rush to migrate my application to that. Right. So it's always better to be patient, watch, wait, and then migrate only when the version of that becomes stable. Okay. Until unless you have a compelling reason to migrate, so that you've got something not available in the current release, then you don't have a choice to migrate. Okay. But if you don't have a compelling reason, better you always be 2 releases behind the current release. That's always better. At least my experience with Oracle says. Okay.
Okay.
So that because you'll get a more stable version of that feature of the product, and then you think the things will work as expected. Okay. So when I say okay tomorrow in a hands-on Excel, say suppose when I say that okay do this, and then it will work. Okay, and you do the same things and it doesn't work. Quite possible actually, right? So because there can be a bug in the framework, or there can be a bug in the
Hello.
right? So now framework is again so full to support everything. And
Hello.
hello?
Hello.
Are
Rakesh, 1 second. Yeah. Hello. Hello.